I just decided to stand here for an 8-minute, 52-second segment. For some reason, my camera breaks down segments that way. I don't know why. It has to do with a scan disc, and I can only spend so much on the scan disc property or technology. Also, I don't have I don't have really good I don't have a lot of memory on my laptop, and I don't have good software, so I can't really edit a lot. It would take me like 5 hours to edit something really, simple. So I would put in like a like or subscribe, click, button, blah, 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 so forth and so on. But anyway, so I'll stand here and watch the world go by. I'm standing outside LeVain Cookie. Technically, LeVain is off to my left. There's Chipotle's over there. This is Sydenham, or Side of Ham. That's a little joke. Are you on Side of Ham Street? There's LeVain Cookie with the bench and a little, like, looks like an ice cream truck or whatever, kind of. And there's a golden eagle up there. State and Liberty across the street. The North Face, which is supposed to be the hard climb, but most people who can afford the North Face didn't have a hard climb. So we'll just put it that way. But maybe they tried to get out there and like climb, get a Sherpa and climb Mount Kilimanjaro or whatever you need a Sherpa for. And that's a hard climb. There's a lot of training, but you have to usually you have to have the money and the resources to do something like that. It's a major expedition and expenditure, right? Both. Although every once in a while there's someone who gets to tag along, I feel like someone who might not have a lot of money who wound up in a group, and then dying at the top of that mountain. So glaciers and all. So there's a little bit of a backup because people can't turn down 17th Street. 17th Street has a bomb-sniffing dog operation going on south of Walnut, and technically this is Walnut Street. And then, anyway, so they have bomb-sniffing dogs and police and everything. They have Broke Brothers, of course, their emblem is a lamb. I actually felt like a sacrificial lamb because of how bad my case has been, and in 2011, I can't believe I made it through that year. So, anyway. So I'm just curious how many people are brought down here. Here's CSD1 on police. I'm kind of curious what CS means. Oh, this is the Range Rover. I want this. This is the style that I want. Is it Evoque? Wait. It's an Evoque. Oh, I've seen them before. And Mellow, right. So. Right. Dog sniffs at 17. So I feel like got a little bit more New York, I think. New York and San Francisco in the house, because Philly usually doesn't have that much style. So unless she's an unusual Philly person. Right. LeVain Cookie. They have little blue bags and everything, and they're so yummy. It's like, it is kind of like a 7-Eleven, and they have a little bit of magic, so you keep wanting to get a cookie even though it's $5.50 or $5.25 per cookie. That's a lot of money for a cookie, you know what I mean? It is a big cookie, but still, like, over $5 for a cookie. It's like, that's crazy. It smells good. I smell, now I'm picking up on fresh, right, is he delivering? It smells like nice warm cookies for over $5 a piece. So, and that's like, technically they're all empty calories, unless you get the walnut ones, the chocolate chip walnuts, and the walnuts taste so good because it balances out the sugar. I call this the Cookie Mile at this point. So you could live that way and come down for the Cookie Mile, or you could live that way and come down for the Cookie Mile. So, but they're pumping out some serious yummy cookie smells right now. And they are real cookies. Like some cookie places have that sort of like fake smell. It's hard to explain. And you're like, why does that smell a little off? Sorry, the guy. So, right. So Brooks Brothers and their lambs. I actually knew someone with the last name Brooks, and she is a full-on guy stalker. I know it, we won't get into it. She was part of my setup. So there are people I met leading up to 2011, and for the first time in my life, I was like, oh, I have some peeps. I feel like all good and everything. So I just felt like doing a time lapse kind of thing.
No, you can't be doing Socialize. It's weird.
Well, sorry. Get a YouTube video. Avoid 17th. So, anyway. He's not happy about public spaces in the Commonwealth. So, but I didn't really see him as a threat per se. He's putting on a show, I think, and that Philly puts on a show. So anyway, I forget what I was saying. Oh, the person I met a whole bunch of people leading up to January of 2011. I was actually in a really confident space in terms of like social ability or like having a social life. And there were a bunch of people. I went to a couple concerts with people I considered friends. Like this is Brandy Carlisle, so it's like adult concerts, you know what I mean? You know, met up at the library with someone else. This sounds silly, but to me it was a big deal. To me it was like, oh, I have like 10 different people who I can call on and like, hey, let's grab lunch. Hey, let's do this. I'm used to sort of doing everything myself, but my world got turned. So I enjoyed that for about a year and a half. And then boom, in 2011, everything turned upside down and I couldn't tell who was really good or who was really bad. And I'm wondering how many people who were friendly were actually part of a shadow government or a certain type of government or what have you. So anyway, and that's one of the reasons I carry the camera. One is for entertainment. I put it on my YouTube channel. Two is for protection, because whatever they were doing is whack. They would have to be AI all the way. Total artificial intelligence. There's Guild Travel Group, a fisheye on PNC Bank, a fisheye clock, like, and reel people in. I wasn't reeled in, they were, because they got exposed. See how that works in the long run? Now all these people have to wait because of the bomb sniffing dogs on 17th Street. That's what they wanted me to do. Is this like the reporter from the Delphimers? Like that one channel where a man and woman do commentary the whole time? Should we do 2 segments?